Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my Q&A answer portion. Finally, after like 3 weeks of waiting, I am here to finally do it and answer your questions. I apologize it took so long, but it takes a long time to edit this, and I haven't been feeling good in the last like week and a half or something. So I am finally feeling better. So let's get to it. It's a new year, new gore. Not really, it's gonna be the same shit, but I'm here to answer your questions. My iPad, I'm going to be answering from these. And of course there will be timestamps like my last Q&A video. So if you asked a question and you want to get straight to it, go in the description, look for your name, and I have the time from when I start answering your questions. Or questions, I should say. So anyway, there you go. Let's get to it with the first question, which will be the first one posted on my video. So whoever got there first is going to get their question answered first. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first question is from itsMWare. And his question is, have you ever met any famous YouTubers, and when did you start your YouTube channel? Okay, I've never met any famous YouTubers. I've been to plenty of conventions where they have been there, but I've never ever decided, hey, I'm gonna go meet these people, because most of them are people I don't really care about, or I'm just like, you know, I like their videos, but I don't need to wait on a long ass line just to meet them. If you mean just meet them, like, you know, like I see them and I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I like those videos. No, that's never happened. When I started my YouTube channel, the 20th of January would make it 9 years. 2008 is when I started. So next year will be the 10th anniversary of Gore, and I have not really grown that much, but I appreciate all the support anyway. So anyway, there you go. That's the first question. Alright, so next question is from pocketgamer Killian. He says, hey man, don't know if you still remember me, but I've been subbed for a year. Not asking for a prize. I don't got one for you, but thank you for support. And I just gotta say, I just gotta say, I love your content. My question is, who is your favorite villain in a game? My favorite villain in a game, that's a really, really good question. I like the villains that are both over the top. Not both, I shouldn't say that, because I'm making it sound like I like villains that are both over the top and not over the top at the same time somehow. But I like villains that are over the top, and I like villains that are serious and very, very realistic. So I have to go with, I'm going to go with realistic this time. I'm going to say my favorite villain is probably David from The Last of Us. If you play The Last of Us, his character doesn't show up until like pretty much the last third of the game. Maybe not even, maybe like the last quarter of the game. And his character, who of course is played by Nolan North, is so... He's evil, but not like, he's not sinister. He's realistic. He's providing for his group, and he does things that are very questionable, and not really questionable, just straight up shitty. But his character is the most interesting when it comes to villains. I had to say anybody else. I don't know. I really like Handsome Jack from Borderlands. That's over the top, though. I like the villains that have charisma. You know, I was about to say charisma. What the hell? Charisma and stuff like that. So yeah, like a Handsome Jack or something. But yeah, my favorite villain is probably like someone like David from The Last of Us. And thank you for the support over the year, Pocket Gamer. So anyway, next question. Alright, next question is from Liam Brockman. I hope I'm okay saying his name. Question, have you ever seen Super Mario Logan or Big Yoshi fan? No, I've never watched them. So I'm assuming they're YouTubers. Never watched them, and I'm assuming they do Mario stuff because of their names. But, no, I don't really watch too many big gaming YouTubers. I actually watch more like movie stuff on YouTube. Like Your Movie Sucks and Blame Society and Red Letter Media and stuff like that. But when I watch gaming stuff, I usually watch the bigger ones like Game Grumps and stuff like that. I also watch Game Society Pimps, which is the sub-series to Blame Society. So yeah, no, I don't watch those. Sorry. Alright, next question, or two questions I should say, is from Cody Mack, who's been a fan for a very long time. I know that guy. Question 1, how can I voice chat with you, broski? Alright, that's actually a good question, because I actually wanted to make a video of this a couple weeks ago, but I never got a chance to. I'm thinking of doing, and please, if anybody's watching this question besides Cody Mack, but Cody Mack, tell me your opinion too. But if hopefully people are watching this one as well, tell me how this sounds. I was gonna do a Discord where it would just be for people that maybe not just fans of me, but just like community. Start a Discord where it's a community thing. If you don't know what Discord is, it's pretty much like Skype, where you can go and chat, either text or voice or whatever, and you could jump in, jump out whenever you want. You don't need to be added to a call or whatever. So you could just jump in, jump out and stuff. I was thinking of doing a Discord community thing where just people join and just show up and talk and stuff. It doesn't need to be about me. I don't even need to be there. It could just be people that are just like-minded gamers or movie fans or something that just like want to hang out and meet and stuff. I was thinking of doing something like that. So tell me how that sounds. And if I do it, then that's how you can probably voice chat me. Question 2, how can I be cool? Just be me. Look at all the shit I got in the background. Look at all those amiibos. I'm the coolest motherfucker on the block, let me tell you. How can I be cool? Well, I mean, you're already cool. Look, you got the smiley emoji face with the sunglasses. Here. You can already see it, but I'm going to show you anyway. There you go. I'm using my phone now. I said I was using my iPod before, or iPad. I'm using my phone. I lied to you. I tricked you. Anyway, there you go. Just, you know, be yourself. And if yourself ain't cool, be cool. Be like me. Be cool. Wear your Ghostbuster shirt. Alright, next question is from ThePloard. ThePloard. What city do you live in? Well, first of all, let me just say the state I live in is New York, which I'm assuming he already knows that. But for people that don't, I live in New York. What city do I live in? I live in Bohemia, but that's all you'll get from me. Even though if you just go on my Facebook, you'll see that it says that. Actually, I don't know if it says that. I haven't changed it, I don't think, because I did move. But anyway, I live in Bohemia. Try to find me, I dare you. Anyway, there you go. That's a quick question. All right, next one is from the Ultimate Nerd. I'm sorry, I think it's Ultimate Nerd Show, but I can't see the rest of his name on my phone. I think it's the Ultimate Nerd Show or Experience or something like that. Number 1, who are some of the characters you main in Overwatch? Like a top 5 Overwatch characters. Mine are Reaper, Tracer, Diva, Mai, and Mercy. Okay, top 5. Okay, so number 1 would be Hanzo. I'm good with Hanzo. I'm my boy Hanzo. Number 2 would be McCree. Number 3 would probably be Soldier. Which I know a lot of people don't like Soldier, but I like Soldier. Number 4 would probably be like who do I main? I would say Junkrat is number 4. Number 5 would probably be like a Mercy. And I only play Mercy when I'm not playing with other people. Like if I'm playing with friends or something like that, I never play as Mercy. Because when I'm playing with friends, I'm more focused. This is the reason why. I'm more focused when I'm with friends or something on the game. Because usually when I'm playing by myself, I'm listening to other things and stuff. I'm not really trying to focus. Because I'm not really competitive in that. Like if I'm losing, most of the time I'm just like, whatever, I lost. But when I'm playing with friends, I'm more focused. So I don't play as Mercy with them. I play as more of my mains. So Mercy is more of a character. If I'm not paying attention, I can just heal and stuff. I mean, it gets chaotic, don't get me wrong, but it's not like something where I'm just like, I have to murder all these dudes and stuff. I just have to keep my boys alive. I got hide in a corner and keep them alive, you know? So I would say Mercy, definitely. I think I've got a good like 6 or 7 hours with Mercy. Alright, so number 2, same guy by the way, Ultimate Nerd Show. What famous people would you love to meet one day that you haven't met yet at a con? Me, it would be voice actors like Laura Bailey, Tara Strong, Nolan North, and Troy Baker, and of course the cast members of Star Wars, -1, and Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that wasn't supposed to be a joke. What famous people? I would love to meet Troy Baker. He seems like he would be a really cool guy, and I would love to ask him because I've always been interested in like voice acting. Not saying I want to do it, but I've been interested in I've been interested in movies and acting itself, not because I want to be an actor. I'm just interested in that. I would like to hear from a professional voice actor that has so many amazing roles under his belt, how he gets into it, because I don't think he's ever taken like a class in acting or whatever. I think he was like a musician, then he switched to voice acting and stuff. I would love to meet Troy Baker because he's gifted, that's for sure. If he's never had an acting class in his life or whatever, he's gifted, because you watch him in The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite and all these other games. Hell, even some of his lesser ones like Call of Duty Modern Advanced Warfare or whatever, and like Infamous Second Son. Not saying it's a bad game, but you know, it's not Last of Us or BioShock level. But yeah, like he's just so spot on and great. Nolan North also definitely, but like some of the other people I would like to meet, I would love to meet like some of the smaller actors. Like, not saying he's small, but I would love to meet like John Bernthal, the guy that played Punisher in the last Daredevil season. He's not small, but you know, he's not like Brad Pitt or something like that. You know, he's there. You know, he's there. He's getting up there. But he's still not quite a leading man in a movie. You know, you always see him and you're like, oh, that guy. You know, I love him in Fury, or I love him in this or that, but he's never like a leading man. I would love to meet that guy. You know, he seems like he's really cool. But anyway, there you go. And I love to meet people from Star Wars. Like, of course, I'd love to meet Mark Hamill. And not just because of Star Wars, because of course he's the Joker too. And I love the Guyver. I'm not even going to lie. So anyway, there. Alright, so next question is from RetroMetro78 Gaming, which I love that name. I've seen him in the comments a lot. A lot of these people I've seen in comments a lot. I appreciate all the support. But anyway, I've said this already. Okay, what's your most anticipated game that doesn't have a confirmed release date but has been announced? Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's probably it. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2, but it hasn't been confirmed, but it's coming out this year. So it hasn't been like confirmed specific date, but supposedly it's coming out this year. I have a feeling it'll be pushed back, but I don't think does Rockstar really push back games? Like even GTA. Well, yeah, GTA 5 did get pushed back from spring to fall, September. So which I think September's still. Isn't summer still in September? Whatever. Anyway, point is, I cannot wait for Beyond Good and Evil 2, which I have no hope for that game ever coming out or even being good, but I am still excited. So there you go. Yeah, that's definitely the one, Beyond Good and Evil 2. So thank you for the question. Thank you, everybody, for the questions. I haven't been saying that at the end of each one of these questions. But thank you. Alright, so next question is from Eclipton, who I've seen in the comments a lot too. What movies are you looking forward to in 2017? What movies? Oh, that's good. I'm really looking forward to War for the Planet of the Apes. I love those last two movies. And I love the series in general, but a lot of them have been very cheesy. So when Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out and I actually felt emotions and felt for the apes and felt for the humans and stuff, I was like, yes, finally. Finally, a new Planet of the Apes movie where I can actually sympathize with characters besides just watch it for cheesy B-movie fun. Not saying the original is. The original is a great classic movie. I'm talking about like a lot of the sequels. They're just cheesy, dumb movies with low budgets. But yeah, Rise of the Planet of the Apes was great. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was even better. War for the Planet of the Apes, I don't know, man. I think it might be the best Planet of the Apes movie yet. That trailer is amazing. And I'm loving Woody Harrelson, man. I love that guy, and I'm loving that he's getting bigger roles like that. And I mean, he was in Now You See Me Too, which didn't do well here, but did extremely well in China and stuff like that. So I'm what am I trying to say? I like to see that guy in more roles. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's one, of course, Star Wars, you know. Kong Skull Island, I'm very hopeful for, and I've actually heard people saw like a preview or something like that, like 10 minutes of a preview or whatever, and they've said it's incredible, that 10 minutes. That doesn't mean the movie's going to be great, but yeah, I have high hopes. And I'm really, really excited for, of course, stuff like, what the hell, I'm really excited for Spider-Man, but what's the other one? I'm excited for Justice League, but I'm still very, very, very optimistic about that. Also, Wonder Woman, I'm a little scared. I've been burned too many times. Even though I loved Man of Steel when it first came out, I've decreasingly liked it since, and especially after Batman v Superman. I still like Man of Steel. I think there's some good stuff in there, but considering how piss poor Batman v Superman was, and Suicide Squad was a huge disappointment. Looking at Man of Steel again, I'm just like, yeah, it's not that great. But anyway, there you go. Those are some movies I'm really looking forward to. Of course, I'm missing some, most likely. Also, I'm looking forward to God Particle, which is the next movie in the Cloverfield series, which comes out October. It was supposed to come out February, but now it's coming out October. So I'm looking forward to that very much. So there you go. Alright, next question is from gcolbyp. I think Colby P. gcolbyp. And he says, congrats, man, because the video was me saying I got 10,000 subscribers and stuff, so thank you. My questions: do you watch Malcolm in the Middle and Scrubs? I did not watch Scrubs, but I used to watch Malcolm in the Middle. And I used to love that show when I was younger. Number 2, what is one movie you disagree with a film reviewer you love? Wait, hold on. What is one movie you disagree with a film reviewer you love? Okay, so a film reviewer I love that hated a movie that I loved is what he's saying. To be honest, I can't think of anything really. Like, I don't really love that many film critics. Like, most of them are like, he's alright. Like, I could think of like YouTube critics like Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns. I could think of ones that are from newspapers and, you know, Richard Roper and stuff like that. But I don't really love any film critics. Roger Ebert, I'm sure there's something there that I don't agree with that he hated but I loved. There's probably tons of them, but really I don't really have an answer for this. Roger Ebert, I think he hated. What did he hate? I know there's one thing he really hated. This is why I should look at these questions before I do this, because I know there's something he hated that, of course, everybody loved. I think maybe it was a Blade Runner or something like that. I think it was Blade Runner. I'm not completely sure, but there's stuff that, of course, Roger Ebert hated that I loved. So sorry I couldn't really answer that for you, but yeah. So there you go. Thank you for the questions, though. Alright, next set of questions is from DeanoReviews. You can kind of hear my voice is already going. Oh man, I have so many more. DeanoReviews has been around for a long time. I've seen him in the comments too. Number 1, thoughts on 2016 overall for you. For me, it was a pretty uneventful year for me. I didn't really do much. I finished school in late 2015. I haven't gone back yet. I will be going back soon, though. But maybe for like games, you mean? Like not personal stuff, but games and movies and stuff like that, you know, entertainment-wise. It's a pretty good year. Pretty good year. Great movies, great games, stuff like that. Great entertainment overall. But of course, you know, a lot of passings from movie stars that I love and, you know, all that other stuff. But yeah, no, it was a fine year. Whatever. It was a very uneventful year. 2017, I want to get back on track. I want to go back to school. I want to get part-time job and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely want to do more stuff in 2017. 2016 was a nice little like break because for years it was just straight like school stuff, you know, like I graduated high school, of course, you know, when you're in high school and all the way through all the grade schools, you're just non-stop just doing school. And immediately after I was done with high school, I went for like 3 years of college, and then another 3 years for college and stuff like that. So it was a nice little break, actually. It was a nice little, like, hey, give myself a break. I won't do much this year, but this year I'm going to go right back on track. Anyway, his second question is, fan of Doctor Who? I don't watch Doctor Who. Sorry. Hope you're doing well, and Merry Christmas. This is, you can see how old this question is. Merry Christmas to you, too, and Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, and Happy Chinese New Year. Alright, so anyway, next question. Thank you for the questions, DeanoReviews. Alright, so next question is from Gaming with Balance, and he asks, how are you able to buy so many games? I asked this because I noticed that you get some of your games using GameStop trading credit, but don't know how you are able to buy the other thousands of games. I'm sorry, I can't read today, or ever, really. How are you able to buy so many games? I get a lot of deals, if you believe that. I do, because Best Buy, if you do not know, it's a store, Best Buy, has this thing called GCU, which is Gamers Club Unlocked, which is a $30 membership for 2 years, which is an amazing deal considering I buy a lot of games, which you get 20% off every new game. Any new game, even if it's a collector's edition, as long as it's new, you get 20% off of it. I wish it was 25%. But you get 20% off of it. So pretty much if you buy 3 games in that year, you've immediately paid for that membership. And then you get it for another year. So you get it for 2 years, $30, perfect deal. I love it. And I get 20% off of that. And a lot of times when I play a game, I sell it immediately when I'm done. So I usually get my money back maybe a little bit less so. But you know, if I buy a game for like $50 and I could sell it immediately back, usually I could sell it on Amazon or eBay for around $45, $50. So, you know, immediately, like right when I'm done with it. A lot of times I do that. I also get a lot of like coupons from GCU also, because when you buy stuff, you actually earn points, and after a certain amount of points, you also get those coupons too. So I buy a lot of that stuff. I also sell things online, which I know doesn't really. It's hard to explain, really. I get a lot of my stuff cheap, and then I sell it back. I'm not a reseller. I don't. This is why I'm prefacing this, because a lot of people are probably thinking, "Oh, he's a reseller." I'm not really a reseller. I get a lot of stuff cheap from places like yard sales and stuff like that. I'm not a reseller, okay? Because if I get something cool, I keep it. Obviously, you can look around my room, which room tour eventually. I resell a lot of stuff. I really do. And I have a good maybe 500 sales on Amazon alone. I save that money up. Also, I get tax returns and stuff like that from paying for school and stuff like that. So, you know, like that right there, I just save my money and get what I want. And I sell back. I really, it's like an ecosystem. It keeps going in a circle. Is that ecosystem? Is that how it works? I don't know. I haven't been to school in a very long time. But it's a circle. It just keeps going back. You know, I buy something here and then I return it and I buy it again. I return it. It's just a non-stop thing. Also, I rob a lot of banks. But anyway, next question. From that's a joke. I was joking. Please, Obama, don't come after me. Next is, will we ever be able to get a room tour video? The reason, I'm just gonna lay it out right here. The reason why you haven't seen a room tour video in ever. Actually, that's not true. I did one for my old house, or my old room, I should say. The reason why you haven't seen one is because my room has been extremely filthy. Like, this is the only section that looks good. If I show you the rest of it right now, bed's not made, shit everywhere, boxes everywhere. Every time I'm like, you know what, maybe I should do it, the room looks like shit. Like, it just boxes everywhere from Christmas and stuff when I bought stuff for people, and I just haven't got rid of them yet. I'm just a lazy bitch. I need to organize all this stuff before I start showing you off, like, hey, look at this. Look at all these soda cans on the desk. Whoa, I haven't cleaned up. Looks like shit. Look at all this dust everywhere. You know, I need to make sure it looks nice, you know, because if I do a video now, people will be like, really? It looks like shit. We've been waiting a year? Really? You've been waiting a year? So, yeah. I will be doing it, though. It will get done. So there you go, Gaming with Balance. That was a long-ass question. Well, no, that was a long-ass answer, I should say. It wasn't a very long-ass question, actually. So there you go. Anyway, next question. Alright, this is from 22 Tiger Dude. Number 1. He has 2 questions. What would be your top 5 Christmas movies? And then he says, Happy Holidays. Thank you, you too. Top 5. Alright. I don't really have a top 5, really, like, you know, 5 to 1. Well, I do have a number 1, but I don't have, you know, a number 2, 3, 4, or 5. My number 1 is Die Hard. I know a lot of people are like, Die Hard's not really a Christmas movie. Fuck you, yeah it is. It's set during Christmas. It's about giving and not taking, you know. If you think about it, he gives a lot of bullets to a lot of terrorists. And they take nothing because he stops them from taking all the money. So, you tell me how that's not about Christmas and the holiday spirit. So yeah, that's my number 1 right there. I love A Christmas Story. I love stuff like, I love the original Home Alone, and I like the Home Alone too. Krampus is one of my favorite Halloween. It works on Halloween too, I guess, kind of. One of my favorite Christmas horror movies nowadays. Trick or Treat. I love Trick or Treat. That's a Halloween one, but I want to mention it anyway because it's Trick or Treat. And I could watch that anytime, and I feel like, yeah, I'm in the mood for whatever season's coming up. Go watch it for Easter. I'll be like, yeah, I'm in the mood for Easter now. You know, kid with pumpkin head on and murdering dudes. He has a weird face. Brian Cox messes with him too much. I can't think of any other ones. I love a lot of Christmas movies. I really do. A Miracle on 34th Street. It's a Wonderful Life. I love too. So there you go. Also, yes, what is your most anticipated movie of 2017? My number 1 most anticipated movie of 2017, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because I could say stuff like Kingsman, the sequel, which I'm really looking forward to, Star Wars and stuff. But I guess my number 1, would probably be War for the Planet of the Apes. I would say that. It is War for Planet of the Apes. So there you go. There you go. There you go. That was 22 Tiger Dude. Alright, the next question is from BMC Studio. Question 1. Could you play my 2 games? They are on Steam. Kimulator, which is like simulator with a K, and I don't know why I said that. You can see it. It's right there. It's right here. Anyway, and Zombie Potatoes, which I guess are zombie potatoes. Yeah, if you could send me, are they free? If not, I don't got money to buy those. So send me a code, I'll play them. If they're not free. If they're free, then I'll try them out, sure. Number 2, this is the second question. Will you read this question? Yes, I did. Thanks, you're welcome. So anyway, next question. BMC Studio. We'll remember you. When you get big, remember. If I play those games, I love them, remember me. Okay? I helped you out. So anyway, next question. Alright, so next question is from The Game Machine, which I know him too, quite a bit. I know all about him. All over. Congrats on 10K subs. Thanks, bro. My question is, will you wear an Abe Lincoln hat? I think you would make a great Abe Lincoln. Yeah, I said that too. You know, fat Abe Lincoln? Hell yeah. You know, Emancipation Proclamation, you know. Save all the black people. I'm the least racist person out there, so I'd be like the best Abe Lincoln ever. I don't tell a lie. Wait, was that Abe Lincoln? He cut down the cherry tree. Who? He's the one with he did the kite, right? Yeah, that's right. He's the one who killed vampires. I forgot. All right, I'm mixing up all my presidents and white people. That's just me, man. I would look amazing in an Abe Lincoln hat, though. I already got the beard, kinda. I could grow it out a little bit more. Maybe get rid of this shit. So yeah, I agree. Next question. Next question is from Dylan Bruce, who says, "Congrats, thank you. What field are you aspiring to eventually work in? Got a degree? If not, what would you want to learn about? What field are you aspiring to eventually work in?" Well, I've been taking a lot of college classes in game design, but I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I've been doing game design for like the last few years, and I'm starting to really not like it. I'm just really not enjoying my time doing that stuff, and it really sucks that happened, because I already have, well, luckily one of the schools went under, so there's a potential, I potentially might not have to pay for that school, so that might be good if I decide to do a different thing, but I still like game design, but I'm not really too sure that's the thing for me. What I think is the thing for me is being a full-time like movie critic, maybe not on YouTube, but writing and stuff like that. And I'm really thinking, if I'm going back to school this year, I think I might just do that. So and there's tons. That's another thing. Game design is very hard to find in New York specifically. I'm sure there's places everywhere else, but in New York, either go to the city or go to a school that is miles away as well. That is very hard to get into, not because, I'll have a hard time getting into and getting accepted. My grades are perfectly fine. But it's hard to get in because so many people don't go there for that game design course. So you actually have to be lucky and just hope that other people will attend so the classes aren't canceled. So I really want to do game design, even though I'm really being discouraged by it because of how much I'm not really caring for it at this time. But I still want to kind of do it. But if I don't do that, I will definitely do go to a school for movies and film criticism and stuff like that, and journalism. I do have a degree. I have a bachelor's and associates. If not, what would you want to learn about? I already told you. So anyway, there you go, Dylan Bruce. Next question. All right, next question is from Warmax. Nice name. Number 1, what's your favorite foreign language movie? Amelie and Run Lola Run. Those are my 2 favorites. Number 2, what type of war movies have you watched? He puts a period before, so I was a little confused there. What type of war movies have you watched? What type of war movies? All kinds of types. There was one that's really good. I can't remember the name of it. I've watched tons of war movies. I love war movies. Obviously, you do too, War Max. But I love all types of war movies. One of my favorites, and I haven't seen it in a very long time, and I cannot remember the title of it. So obviously, right there, it can't be one of my favorites because I can't remember the title. But it's about oh my god. Oh, it's been so long since I watched this, but it's two, I can't remember, I think it's Americans and Germans or something like that, or I think it's Americans and Germans are fighting in this battle during, I think, World War II, pretty sure. And it's Christmas, so they decide, let's just take a break, and they actually start to mingle and actually talk to one another and actually start to build relationships because they take a day off for Christmas, and then they have to go and fight each other again, and it starts to become like, you know, like I'm killing someone that I've actually grown to like and stuff like that. It's a great movie. I haven't seen it in a very long time. It's not too old. I think it's like mid-2000s. I haven't seen it in so long, though, and that's one of my favorites, and I really want to watch it again. I don't even remember what it's freaking called. Fuck. But anyway, I love that movie. The vague description I gave hopefully will help it so that you can find it yourself. I could probably find it in a second if I really want to. But anyway, yeah, I love war movies. I really do. I love ones that are about specific characters, like, you know, maybe like a Band of Brothers, which isn't a movie, but, you know, in the Pacific, which is, again, not a movie. But I like those, and I like the war movies that even just focus on one side, like the U.S., over another side. You know, it just focuses on those soldiers. Maybe not like a group of soldiers, but just focuses on those soldiers and shows the casualty of war and maybe something like that. But anyway, yeah, I like all types of war movies. Alright, next question is from Clark. That's his name. Number 1, what genres of music do you like? I love all types of music. I love video game music, of course. I love movie soundtracks, but some of my favorite stuff is like rock, really, like old classic rock and stuff like that. I love stuff like Queen, and I love Queen, by the way. I have the entire Queen discography, song selection on my iPod, and I always listen to it when I go to the gym, which, yes, I do go to the gym, even though I don't look like I do. You know, I don't go every day, but, you know, I go to the gym. And I love all kinds of music, really, but genre specific, like, I guess just rock is some of my favorite. I like some old rap, too. You know, I can get down, you know, homie, brother, lay me some skin, dog, you know, I'm pretty hip, okay? I like memes, you know, so I'm pretty hip. Anyway, next question. What do you do for a living? Nothing. I don't do anything for a living. I live with my parents. There you go, if you want to know. I do. I'm not a 45-year-old man before someone says, like, you still live with your parents. When I am done with school indefinitely, I will be done with living with my parents indefinitely. Okay? But until I'm done with that, I feel no reason to even decide to leave. There's no reason. Why would I want to leave now? Especially if I'm going to go get a part-time job and go to school, and then I have to pay for the freaking apartment for no reason, too. I don't hate living with my parents. They're not annoying or anything, and I'm not getting annoyed by anybody. So, screw it. Fuck it. Free ride, bitch. Yeah. I don't care. I sound like DSP. But anyway, next question. Thank you for the questions, Clark. Alright, this one's from Spy the Fly. I think so. Or thefly. I don't know. He didn't space out the and fly, but I'm going to say Spy the Fly. Q1 favorite. Oh, okay. It's Q question. Q1 favorite Telltale games. My favorite Telltale game is The Walking Dead Season 1. Second, a very close second, is The Wolf Among Us, which I still want to see a freaking Season 2. We'll never get at this point. It's been like 3 years. We'll never get it. Third would probably be Tales from the Borderlands. Fourth would be, you know, I really like Batman, but I wouldn't put it number 4. I'd probably put number 4. I haven't played Game of Thrones. I'd probably put Season 2 of Walking Dead as number 4. And number 5 would probably be like Batman. I'd say Batman. I'm sure I'm missing something. I never finished Back to the Future or the Sam & Max ones. I actually never started the Sam & Max ones. Back to the Future, I played the first episode. I never continued. Jurassic Park is definitely not even a contender. That's no. I don't even really hate that. I actually thought it was okay, but yeah, that's not even a contender. Question 2: favorite movie franchise. Favorite, or what he says each phrase. He says franchises. Favorite movie franchise. Oh, I guess Star Wars. I've loved almost every Star Wars movie. Actually, I've loved every Star Wars movie because the prequels don't even fucking exist. So, to me at least. But no, I love Star Wars, and I love it even more now since it's come back and everybody loves it again. Besides that, maybe Mad Max. I'd say Mad Max. I think all those movies are great, even the third one. Of course, the fourth one's amazing. It's my favorite movie of 2015. But anyway, next question. Alright, this one's from Samantha Jackson. What places have you traveled to, if any? I've been to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, California, Florida, and Idaho. That's all the states I've been to, besides New York, which I live. So 6, I guess. I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting. I've been to Long Island. I mean, Long Island. I'm in Rhode Island. Long Island is a place in New York, which could be its own state, to be fair, because it's, you know, as the name would suggest, it's pretty long. But Rhode Island I've been to. Oh, and what else? No, that's it. 7. In Rhode Island barely counts. Rhode Island's like the size of my room, so whatever. Anyway, how many conventions, fan meetups have you attended? Conventions I've been to about 5, I would say. I've been to 5 different ones is what I'm saying. Like New York Comic Con I've been to maybe like 4 times, but different cons I've been like 5. I went to Icon, which is a convention that used to be around here. New York Comic Con, Dragon Con, what was the other one? Something else. And I've been to Anime Next, actually 4. I'm pretty sure there's another one, I can't remember, but yeah, so let's just say 4. I've been to 4 in New York at least. I've been to anywhere else, so I don't even know why I brought that up. But fan meetups, I've put on Twitter like, hey, if you're here, you know, I'll be here for the next 30 minutes or whatever because I'm just taking a rest. But I've met a couple fans or people that know me on YouTube before. You know, I've met like maybe a good 5 or 6, which is pretty good considering I only have like around, at that time, last convention I went to, I had maybe like 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers. So not bad, I'll take it. So anyway, there you go. Thank you for the questions. Oh man, my hair looks terrible. Anyway, next question, or questions I should say, is from Kingwood Pranks. Question 1: how do you afford all your games? I already answered that. I don't want to get into it again. If you want to know all about that, go to, what the hell? Go to Gaming with Balances question, because I talk about that in depth. So there you go. Number 2, what's your opinion on YouTube pranksters? I don't like them. You know what? I actually appreciate them now, because after that, we got a lot of parodies of pranksters on YouTube. So I appreciate them in the long run, but I fucking hate them now. I really do. Okay? I do. I really hate them. And even if I watch like a fail compilation or whatever, like all the pranksters that failed and got their ass beat, I enjoy that, but I still hate watching it because they tried to be funny and they probably got popular because of that. So fuck them. I hate YouTube pranksters. Okay? So there you go. That's my opinion on that. Alright, the next one is from, I just realized Kingwood Pranks. His name was Kingwood Pranks. I don't hate you. Okay? I don't hate you. You're probably great. Okay? Anyway, the Crazy Gamer, he asks, I started watching your channel when you played Zero Time Dilemma. Okay? A lot of people actually joined my channel after that. That was a pretty good, very successful playthrough of mine. How did you hear of the series and who is your favorite character from the 3 games? Thank you and congrats. Thank you. That's a good question, actually. I love that series. The first time I heard about it, actually, I'm not even going to lie to you, a lot of times back when I was younger, or back in 2010, that's when the first game came out in America, I just saw stuff on GameStop shelves and Best Buy shelves and stuff, and I just looked at them and I went, oh, that's kind of cool. That's how I learned about stuff like Phoenix Wright and Hotel Dusk and a lot of these other smaller DS games that I actually grew to love, especially Phoenix Wright. I just saw them on the shelf. And 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, I saw on the shelf. I was like, this kind of looks cool. And I read the back of it, and it sounded so awesome. I bought it immediately. I shouldn't say that because it was actually my parents that bought it for Christmas, and I didn't get it until Christmas. But I was there when they bought it, and I was like, yes, I'm going to play that. And I played it, and I fucking loved it. That's how I really just saw it on a shelf. And then, of course, after that, I heard Zero Escape was coming out. I was like, or Virtue's Last Reward. I was like, oh, yeah. And then I heard, it sounded all like orgasmic, like, oh, yeah. And then I heard that a third one might not happen because the second and first game didn't really do great in Japan. And I was really sad. But, yeah, I'm glad that came out because it was great. But anyway, who's your favorite character from the 3 games? I love Snake from the first game. I thought he was great. But I would say my favorite character, you know what, I want to say this character is my favorite, but I don't like the resolution to his arc, I guess. I really like Kay from the last game, not the last game, but the one before it, Virtue's Last Reward. I really like his character, but I don't like his resolution. I really don't, especially since they don't even cover it in Zero Time Dilemma, which really annoyed me. But yeah, I would say Kay is probably my favorite character. If we're not talking about resolution, if we're talking about character as a whole, just all together, screw it, I'd say Kay. I really like Kay. Junpei I like too. He was really fun in the first game, and for some reason became an emo douchebag in the last one, which they explain why, but I don't know. The first one I liked him because he was kind of like awkward, and he had humorous things about him. He had like certain quirks, like he would always say, well, no, there's that one conversation he has with June or Akane where she's saying she's wet or something like that. It was really, really awkward, but I really like conversations like that. But anyway, yeah, probably Kay is my favorite. But anyway, there you go. I hope you liked that answer because that was a good question. I like that question. Alright, so next is from Jorge Meza, which I've seen him a lot. He actually, I'm pretty sure he joins my streams a lot too, so thank you. Alright, he has a lot of questions, but they're all, it looks like yes or no questions, so that's fine. Do you live with your parents? Yes, I already said that. Have you ever been suspended from school? Yes, a few times actually. And they were fights. They were fights. Do you speak any other languages? I speak Nell. That's a movie, go look it up. Terrible movie too. Hold on, I need to open this to see all the other ones. Will you do your room tour this upcoming year? Yes, definitely. I will do it this year, and it might come sooner than you think. What is the best present you got for Christmas? The best present I really actually it's right here. I really love this Legend of Zelda journal thing I got, which you can see in my Christmas unboxings. I love this thing. It's so awesome. I don't even want to use it as a journal. I just want to present it. It looks so awesome. And also, like, the pen is really cool, and the little pins and stuff like that. Besides that, I love all my gifts. I love them all. Okay? So, okay. Oh, I almost threw up. I also got a 4K TV, which was amazing. I've been using it so much, and it was like a cheaper one. It was during Walmart. They had a $300 one, which blew my mind. It was a 55-inch, and it's great. I'm really liking it. I don't have anything that's 4K, but it upscales to 4K, and it looks pretty damn good. Do you watch any sports? If so, favorite team? I don't watch any sports, so I don't have a favorite team, but I do have a cousin that really loves football, and he loves the Jets, which I know right now I'm not a big sports guy, but I know the Jets have been failing recently, and he's been very depressed about that. But he also likes the Giants, which I don't know if they're doing great. Again, I don't know anything. I don't know. Did they win the Super Cup or whatever? I don't know. Did they win the World Bowl? I don't know. One of them football guys do great, I guess. One of the Coyote Redskins or whatever. They're all great. So anyway, thank you for the questions. All right. So next question. I'm still laughing at my stupid answer to the sports question from the last question, or last person. This is Dark Knox 78. He has two questions. Question 1: how do you get money for all the games you buy? I already answered that. If you want me to explain it more, go to Gaming Whip Balance's question in the timestamps in the description. Question 2: do you play League of Legends? If so, who's your favorite champion? I do not play League of Legends. I know people that do play League of Legends. And I don't know any of the champions. I didn't even know that's what they were called. I thought they were called like Legends or something, which is weird. Why wouldn't they be called Legends if it's called League of Legends? I don't Maybe is there something else that's a legend? I don't know. I don't know anything about League of Legends. I do know that they produce a lot of CG trailers, and I've watched a couple of them, and they're really cool. But besides that, I don't know anything. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I couldn't answer either one of your questions. But you're a cool guy. You got a nice face. Actually, that's just a Carlton face as your picture, I think. Well, I'm sure you have a nice face. So thank you. Alright, so next question. I don't even have the freaking phone near me. Jesus. Next question is from my boy SegaCDUniverse, which I know this guy. Actually, this is one of the guys I actually met at a convention a couple times. See, that's where I messed up. I said earlier I didn't meet any famous YouTubers. I met SegaCDUniverse, man. He's got millions of subscribers. Next question is from him, and he says, "Congrats, bro." Thank you. Do you have a favorite 3DO game? Have you ever played the CDI? And do you have a favorite full motion video game, FMV game? I've never played. I'm going to tell you right here. I've never played CDI, but I have played 3DO games and an FMV game before. I don't think I've ever played the CDI though. I don't remember if the full motion video game was on the CDI. It could have been, but I remember playing Mad Dog McCree. You know what? Let me slow it down because I'm going ahead of myself. My favorite 3DO game is probably Road Rash, even though I think I also played it on PS1 or something. I played it on another console, but on 3DO I played that. My friend used to have a 3DO. I don't hang out with the friend anymore, but a lot of my friends I don't hang out with anymore. But yeah, he had a 3DO, and I played the hell out of Road Rash. That was one of my favorite games. And there's actually a new one coming out that looks like a piece of shit, and I'm so upset that this new one looks like garbage. It's like a budget title too. It's like that new Carmageddon game that looks like shit, and it was shit. Yeah, so this new Road Rash is supposed to be, well, it's not out yet. It could be good. Maybe it just looks bad. But yeah, Road Rash was like one of the only games I played on 3DO. Like I said, I haven't played CDI. And do you have a favorite full motion video? I said Mad Dog McCree, just because of how really ridiculously over the top the acting was and stuff like that. And I also played it on Wii later on. They like re-released it on Wii. And I love that game. It's ridiculous. I love it. But there you go. So actually that counts, even if it wasn't on like one of the original consoles. I also love the Gunstringer, the DLC that had live action. That was really fun too. I like the over-the-top full-motion video games, not the ones where they actually try to be serious or whatever. I like the ones that are just over-the-top, goofy, retarded. So there you go. Thank you for the questions. Thank you. I love you. Alright, the next question is from Daniel Vasquez, and I know him. He's on my Facebook. By the way, if you want to friend me on Facebook, go ahead. Link is in the description. Follow me on Twitter too. Here's my questions. Number 1, are you excited for Sing, The Boss Baby, and Despicable Me 2? He asked this question before Sing came out. I wasn't excited for Sing. I thought it looked really annoying. The Boss Baby, no. Despicable Me 3, the trailer looked pretty decent for the most part until the Minions showed up. I'm not a big Minions fan. But Sing, I've heard, is decent. The Boss Baby's probably going to be decent. You know, all these movies are probably going to be fine, but the trailers didn't really wow me. Despicable Me 3 was probably the best one. It still didn't wow me. Number 2, have you watched Finding Dory and Trolls yet? If you did, what will you rate them out of 40? I didn't watch either one yet. Finding Dory I will be watching soon. I'm catching up on movies before the Oscars happen, because I think I'll do my best movies of 2016 when the Oscars are coming. But we'll see. I will be doing my top 10 best games of 2016 pretty soon, because I just need to play like 2 more games and I'll be good. But yeah, Finding Dory and Trolls I have yet to watch. Finding Dory I will be watching soon though. So thank you for the questions, Daniel. Sorry I couldn't really answer them to the best of my ability, but I hope that was okay. Okay, next one is from Austin Williams. He says, I'm sorry. It's already been a long video. How did your reactions for The Walking Dead make it to the Walking Dead reaction compilation on Skybound's YouTube channel? I don't know, actually. I think because I know what you're talking about. Skybound, the guys that produced the comics and the games, the Walking Dead games, I guess they also help produce the show. I'm not completely sure. But Skybound is a big Walking Dead supplier, I guess. They put me in their recap for the season 7 episode 1 reaction compilation. I was only a recap, so they recapped everybody's reaction to the cliffhanger ending to season 6. So I was there. I was like the first person, or no, I was the second person. I just yelled "fuck." Like, you just hear me yell that. So if you want to see me yell "fuck" 2 seconds into the video, there you go. But I'm not in the actual reaction portion to episode 7. I don't think, at least, or episode 1 of season 7. I meant to say, but I'm in the beginning. So I don't know. I guess they just found my video. Maybe I was like one of the first people that posted or something. I don't know. I don't even remember that one getting too many views. They probably just look at random people on YouTube and just, hey, pick that one. Oh, I like that reaction. Whatever. So yeah, that's probably why. Number 2, what is your thoughts on reaching 10,000 subs? I'm really happy I finally reached it. I've been waiting to reach that. And I'm not even gonna lie, I know a lot of it is because of the trailer reactions that I've been doing for the last few or a couple years. It's not because people really want to see me, because people really give a shit. I'm sure a lot of people do care. Obviously, they ask me questions. But I know a lot of them are from like my Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer reaction, which got like 42,000 views, and the Last of Us 2 reveal trailer. Well, I think a lot of people subscribe because of my Ghostbusters stuff that I got like 30,000 views for, like each video or whatever. But a lot of it's trailer reactions, so I'm really happy I got 10,000. I'm actually, at this point, at 11,000, which is really cool. But I know it's because of trailer reactions, so a lot of those people are probably not going to watch my regular stuff. They'll just watch my trailer reactions, which is fine, because I love doing trailer reactions. I've been doing them for years at this point. Even though I wasn't, like, really... Like, I wasn't really pushing them out, like, back in, like, 2012. I was still doing them. Like, I would do a reaction where I'm like, yeah, that was amazing, whatever. And I talk about the trailer. But, yeah. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. So, anyway, next question. Alright, so next question. We're already, like, probably an hour into this video. But I'm getting close-ish. No, not really. But, we're, like, more than halfway through. Okay, so this is from... Actually, this is 2 comments from the same person, but it's only 2 questions. If that makes sense. Alright, so Kaneda Washington, which is that's a reference to one of my favorite YouTube videos. So you're going to school to be a game dev, right? Are you going indie, or are you going to try and get in with the big boys right out of the gate? If I do continue my game design thing, I did talk about this earlier in the video, but if I do continue my game design thing, I would try to be indie first, you know, start off small, do some small stuff, maybe some mobile things, and then start to grow. Because I don't want to immediately jump in with friggin' like Activision people or some shit like that. Second question, what are 3 characters you hate the most in Overwatch? Mine would have to be Tracer, Mai, and Soldier 76. No. I like Soldier. I guess a lot of people have problems with Soldier. I don't, technically, because my mains are characters that aren't really affected too much by a Soldier. Like, they can get killed by a Soldier, but I can also headshot a Soldier as Hanzo, or I could stun them as a McCree. I guess a lot of people as, like, maybe a Pharah, or, I don't know, maybe a tank character gets messed up hard by a Soldier or whatever. I'm not a big Soldier hater. But I do hate sometimes when I'm playing, like, No Limits on Overwatch, and everybody's Soldier. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Everybody's Roadhog, I'll kill myself. My 3 most hated characters are, number 1, Tracer. Easily, Tracer's the most broken fucking character I've ever played against in any game ever. How they could put a game together that has characters that have a gun, a bow and arrow, and, I don't know, like 2 shotguns. And then they have a character that can literally break time and space and jump and flip around and time travel and shit like that and reverse time and stuff. How that is fair, I don't fucking know. And of course, she's the poster child and she has a shitty attitude I fucking hate. Like, jeez, love, I fucking hate her. So I just don't like her personality. I don't like whoever plays as her. Mai, I just hate because of the frozen shit. Every time I see a Mai in my face, I'm like, I might as well just stop. And just let her kill me, because by the time I get her to low health, she'll either go into her icicle shit, or she would have already frozen me and stare at me for a second and then headshot me, which I hate. That's so fucking cheap. And Roadhog. I'm getting sick of seeing Roadhog. Everybody play... I'm not fucking kidding. Every game I play of Overwatch on consoles, at least, someone is a Roadhog. and I'm getting sick of seeing that fucking chain, okay? If I see that chain one more time come at me, I'm gonna fucking flip out, okay? I hate Roadhog. So those are my 3 most hated characters of Overwatch. So there you go. I hope I answer your question well. Alright, so next question is from Bob Stone, which... Oh, it's a troll. It's a troll question. I'll answer, whatever. Which took longer to happen? You getting 10,000 subs, or you losing your virginity? Well, it hasn't happened yet, but when it does, you'll be the first to know, because it'll be in your room, and it'll be with your mom, and I will leave the evidence all over the fucking walls, too. I'll smear that shit on there. I'll write your goddamn name, Bob Stone, on your wall with my fucking jizz and her... Alright, next question. Alright. Alright, next question. Hey dude, oh wait, this is from Stuff with Scoutfly, who is a big fan, and he's huge now, man. That guy has like 2 million subscribers. Damn, bro, hold on, I'm opening up the comment. Stuff with Scoutfly, he's been a fan for a long time, and I've seen him in the comments a lot. And he got big, man. He's big, man. He talks about cartoons. He hates cartoons. He loves cartoons. He does all this stuff. Anyway, he says, hey dude, just wanted to hear your thoughts on 2 movies. Gulliver's Travels, which came out in 2010, yeah. And the hit 2016 film Dirty Grandpa. Great films from what I heard. Lol, congrats, dude. Alright, well, so he already knows my thoughts on them. I did reviews for both of these movies. Dirty Grandpa, I fucking loved. It was so good. Robert De Niro likes to yell, like, obscene things like pussy farts and queef muncher and giant pink labias and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's fucking funny. Gulliver's Travels, he pisses all over people. Just to be fair, it happens in the original Gulliver's Travels, but, you know, it's Jack Black, so it's even funnier. It's fucking funny. I love both of these movies. Why you ask me this? You already know I love those. Love those movies. Yeah, they're great. I fucking love them. Anyway, next question. Thank you for the questions, by the way. Alright, next question, or questions I should say, is from Nick Knack. Number 1, what's your favorite Sega console? Genesis. Definitely Genesis. Number 2, what are your top 5 things, whether they be... Oh, actually, you know what? No, yeah, Genesis. I love Dreamcast, but not Genesis. Anyway, number 2, what are your top 5 favorite things, whether you... Wait, hold on, I'm sorry. I interrupted myself and I screwed it all up. Number 2, what are your top 5 things, whether they be from movies, TV games, etc., that you would like to see get a Funko Pop line? That's a good question. I would love to see, and again, there might already be some of these out there because there's so many Funko Pops, it's hard to keep track. But I would love to see maybe more Overwatch characters, okay? Because they only released like 4. They have Soldier, they have Tracer, they have Pharah, they have Winston... And Widowmaker, so they have 5 actually. Did I say Reaper? If I didn't say Reaper, oops, then I don't know. They have like 5 or 6. But I would love to see a Hanzo. I'd love to see a McCree, of course. I'd love to see a lot of characters from there. A Mercy in her Halloween costume, please. I'm sure they'll have a variant of that. But like what other characters? I mean, what other games? I would like to see more BioShock ones. Like BioShock Infinite, they did like 2 or 3. They did a Songbird, Elizabeth, and Booker. But they never did like a Comstock. They didn't do a Daisy Fitzroy, which represent. They didn't do some of the other characters, maybe from BioShock 1, you know. So I would like to see more of those. But they've already had their line of Funko Pops. Let me think of something that doesn't have a line of Funko Pops. I'm sure Godfather already does. Goodfellas? Does Goodfellas have a Funko Pop? I would love to own a couple of Goodfellas. How about Pulp Fiction? I'm sure they actually have some Funko Pops. Hey, straight up, I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. This is gonna sound like a joke, but I just recently rewatched Saving Private Ryan. I would love Saving Private Ryan Funko Pops. I was watching that movie and I'm like, I love all these characters, man. And I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. But I don't know, man, that one might be a little bit too dramatic to have like as a Funko Pop. I don't know. Maybe not. I would like to see Funko Pops for a lot of the movies that I love. that I just like collecting figures. That's one of the things that are awesome about Funko Pops. Like, even things that don't deserve really figures, like, not saying they're bad or anything, but like Godfather isn't like a movie you would own an action figure of. But even stuff like that, it makes sense to have a Funko Pop. I don't know why, it just does. Even though they look cutesy and stuff, and Godfather is anything but cutesy, it's just like a collector's thing. I don't know. It's kind of like a Beanie Baby or a Pog or something. My hair looks terrible. I would love to see like Godfather, which I'm sure they already have Godfather ones, but Goodfellas, I would like to see. Yeah, that's about it. I'd like to see more BioShock stuff. Yeah, I don't have a top 5 though. Top 5s are hard to do when you're just like thinking right off the top of your head, because you have to think off the top of your head, because that's hard. Life is Strange. I would really like to see Life is Strange Funko Pops, and maybe some Tales from the Borderlands ones. We have Borderlands ones, but where's Tales from the Borderlands? I'm sure they exist. And I would say Witcher 3, except they're actually coming out this month, which I'm getting. So anyway, there you go. I hope I answered that question for you, Nick Knack. And I've seen you around for a long time, so thank you for the support. All right, next one is from Zayne Vance. Zayne Vance. He says, "Hey, congrats, buddy. You were actually the first movie reviewer channel I've ever watched, so that's kind of a big deal to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. My question is, what made you want to make a YouTube channel, and how has it affected you?" All right. I want to make a YouTube channel because I watched a lot of like YouTube critics, and even like, this is gonna sound embarrassing at this point, but like MySpace videos of critics and stuff like that. Like, of course, Angry Video Game Nerd was a big reason why I wanted to do like movie reviews and Let's Plays and stuff. Not saying he's a movie, I mean, video game reviews, I meant to say, not movie reviews, but video game reviews and Let's Plays, because he just, I don't know, he was one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, and he probably still is, really, but he was just someone that made me want to make my own stuff, and that was his whole point. That's what he loves to do, is inspire other people to make videos. If anybody has never seen it before, but he did like a Cinemassacre, which is his company name, Cinemassacre, like, retrospect of like all of his like older films that he did when he was younger and stuff like that, and it was really awesome to watch that, and like watch behind the scenes stuff of him like building sets and stuff. It was really, really cool, and stuff like that made me want to make my own stuff. Also Spill.com, which is gone now, but they came back as Double Toasted. They used to make me really want to do my own reviews and have discussions with people. I never really got to the point where I did discussions with people. I would still really like to do stuff like that, like audio podcast kind of like reviews and stuff, but I never got to that point. But I always wanted to do my own stuff and add humor to it, which is what I loved about Spill. Not just be like, you know, generic reviewer number 101, where I'm like, I like a movie, you should like the movie too. And how has this affected me? Well, if I never start YouTube and I was just like one of those guys on YouTube that just watch videos and don't comment or anything, I'd probably be less tolerant of bullshit. Like, now I'm way more tolerant of just watching people say, "Hey, you're fat." Like, I don't care. Like, back in 2008, I was probably like in the comments like, "Fuck you." Now I'm just like, yeah, you're right. It's not wrong. So it made me more tolerant for bullshit, I guess I could say. So it's affected me quite a bit, because that will actually help me in the future. So I'm actually really happy I'm tolerant of that, because if I ever start a job where it's like, if I ever do like a part-time job where I have to tolerate people, that will help me, because I'll be like, alright, fine, yeah, whatever. Yeah, customer service was right. And then they leave, I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. Anyway, next question. Thank you for those questions. That was actually a really, really good set of questions. So next... Alright, so next one is from Jack's Channel of Stuff. Big congrats on 10K. Only got one question, but it's an important one. Also, thank you. What are you most excited for? Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us 2? Oh, no. Even though the Last of Us 2 trailer was much better than the Red Dead trailer, I still have to say Red Dead 2, because... Or Red Dead 3, really. Because there was already Red Dead Revolver. A lot of people forget that. But, Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, it probably, like, in retrospect, like, if I have to think about, like, at the time what I was enjoying the most, it probably is my favorite game of all time. Red Dead Redemption, I enjoyed so fucking much when it first came out. I couldn't understand how something so perfect was made. And sure, there was glitches and stuff, but when I mean perfect, I mean like just a perfect experience where I'm just like, I'm loving all the characters. I'm so interested in the story. The graphics blew me away at the time. I just love the gameplay. I love the horse riding stuff. Even the slower moments. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like rustling the cattle or whatever. I hate all that stuff. I loved it. I loved spending time with my girl Bonnie McFarlane, who's original Bae. I love her. And I just loved it. I really did. And it's a story that really affected me towards the end. And I could say the same thing about Last of Us, but Last of Us came out after. If Last of Us came out first before Red Dead, maybe I like Last of Us more, and I couldn't wait for the second one. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I just cannot wait for. Rockstar has yet to do anything wrong. Shit, they have done table tennis perfectly, actually. They did a Warriors game. The Warriors, the cult classic movie from the 70s, they did a video game of it like 30 years later, and it was great. So, I mean, straight up, they could do no wrong, in my opinion. So, yeah, I can't wait. I can't. Like, Naughty Dog hasn't done anything bad either. But, you know, apples and oranges. You know, they're both good. You put them in your mouth, they taste great. You know, I want to put Naughty Dog in my mouth. What can I say? Next question. Alright, so next one is from Angel of Death. If you had to give up a medium for a year, would it be video games or movies? Oh, my lord. That's a good question. That's actually a bad question because I can't think of one. I'd probably give up, at this point, like if Overwatch didn't exist, I'd totally give up video games. Even though I do have Stardew Valley also. Oh no. If I had to give it up this year, let's just say you're talking about this year. I haven't seen all the really good movies this year, and I want to see Star Wars. You know what? I'd say video games. I'd give up video games. I would. Because then it would just give me more reason to watch a lot of the classic movies I haven't seen in a very long time, or never seen, period. So it'd just give me more reason to watch movies. Same thing with video games, but movies, there's more I can get from watching classic movies than I can playing some shitty 360 game from 10 years ago, you know? So I'd say video games for just a year. And then I'll come back, I'll be like, hey, there's all these games I could play. You know? There's this new, I don't know, Battlefield game. It's all the same shit every year. Fuck it. it's all the same shit. If there's a new Doom game, that'd be cool. I'll take that. I'll take that same shit. Oh, I would totally take it right away. I'd take it so hard. But anyway, that's a really good question, though. So, thank you for asking it. Alright, next question is from David Lester-Tome. Question: why don't you make your bed, you lazy fuck? In my Q&A video where I told you to make questions, I didn't have my bed ready. Guess what? Still isn't. How you like that, huh? I'll keep my bed messy if I want. Alright, so next one is from AnimationStreet Reviews, or I can't see the full title. I'm pretty sure it's reviews. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I've seen him in the comments quite a bit, actually. And he actually, I think, yeah, he put me on his best... He said he put me on like his own award show thing as one of the best YouTubers out there, which I appreciate. But anyway, he asked, what are your thoughts on SpongeBob? I love original SpongeBob, and I actually still do. I still quote it constantly. Just randomly, I will quote SpongeBob if I'm playing Overwatch for no reason. It has nothing to do with anything. I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm going to quote SpongeBob for no reason. It has nothing to do with anything. I think I'll eat it now. I just say that, whatever, and I say it again because, you know, he eats the thing, whatever. I do not like new SpongeBob. Even though I did like that last movie, that felt like OG SpongeBob. You know, it was really funny and very weird and stuff like that, and I love the movie, too. After the movie came out, I feel like it just went downhill. The first movie I'm talking about. It just started getting really obvious and really bland and over the top with its weirdness that it just wasn't funny anymore. I don't care for it. I really don't. Now. I used to love it. Now I don't. I mean, I'm a grown-up now, but I still love that old stuff, so, you know. If you could still make me love the old stuff when I was way young, and you can't make me like the newer stuff when I was, like, you know, not that young, I guess, or whatever. You know, I don't even know what I'm saying. But I don't like the newer stuff. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you for the award thing. So anyway, next question, or series of questions, is from DanThaWolf, which I've seen him before. Number 1, where in America are you from? New York. Any life goals? President of America. No. I don't know. I just want a good, steady job that I like. Yeah, hey, I'm not someone that's like, yeah, I want to be a fucking astronaut. I want to discover Mars. We haven't discovered it yet. I want to discover it. hope there's demons there, like Doom. No, I want to discover planet and shit. I want to be like Matthew McConaughey from Interstellar. I'm the reason why everybody gets to live and stuff. I get to see my daughter die of old age when I'm only like 30. I don't know. But no, I don't really have much life goals. Number 2, what's the worst game that made you rage and break things? Oh, shit. The worst game that I remember that actually made me break shit. I've broken one controller once when I was a kid. I was like maybe like 13 or 14. And I have big hands. So I have like the Xbox original, like the original controller, like the big fat bitch. I forgot what they call it, something different now. Like they call it the OG controller or something like that. But the big fat one. And I had that, and I played. I cannot remember what game it was. It was a good game. Oh, it was Time Splitters 2. I was doing a mission, and I was getting so close to the end of that mission, and I was playing all day, and I failed it. And I was about to go to bed, and I just wanted to finish this. I think it was the end of the game, too. I think it was like the final whatever. I don't remember. I just remember fucking getting so mad. It might not have even been Time Splitters. I'm pretty sure it was Time Splitters 2. But I just remember getting so mad that controller, I just gripped it so hard that I broke. I didn't break anything inside it still worked, but I broke the casing on the outside. So it was just like broken, and you could just like open the casing and stuff. It was a pretty old controller at that point too, so it's not like it's new and it's like this well-made built thing. I'm just like, fuck yeah. I kind of like just, I kept doing that and shaking and stuff. It just like, bro, I got so mad. I don't throw things. I'm not a little baby, okay? I just break things with my hands because I'm a man. I don't go, I go, fucking compress it into a goddamn diamond. I'm so strong. Look at the muscles. Look at the muscles. Anyway. That's a good question. Thank you. Also, I was really pissed at Halo 2 at the end. When I got all the way to the end on Legendary. Because it was hard. I remember that too. I didn't break anything, though. That was the last time I really got upset. I get upset at Overwatch and stuff, but I don't break shit. That was the last time I can remember almost breaking something, I guess I should say. So there you go. Oh, Ghostbusters this year. This year has had a lot of games where I just wanted to fucking break something too. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Next question. Oh, man. I don't know how long this video is. KM he asks, and he's a big fan. He's been around for a long time. This video has to be over an hour at this point. KM my boy. I know him. I watch his reviews. He's good. We have talked about it for a while, but when the hell are we going to do our collaboration video? I don't know. Maybe we'll do it after I do that Discord thing I'm talking about, where I have like a group of people that just come in and stuff like that. It's like a kind of like a community thing or whatever. I have to figure out what I would call that, because I'm not going to call it the Gore Fan Club or some shit. But I have to figure it out. Actually, people, give me suggestions if you're even this far into the video. I'm sure you're not. But anyway, yeah, we will definitely do something in the future. He also asks, I did a review on Collateral Beauty and people tore me up in the comments because they all hated it while I liked it. How often do you get hate comments, and do you ignore them or fight them back? Sometimes I get a lot of hate comments, especially for trailer reactions. Like if I don't exactly agree, like if I say like, oh, it was okay, or I talk through some of it, I get a lot of hate comments. Most of the time I just ignore them because I don't really give a shit. But sometimes I do engage if it's a dumb fucking comment, or it's just like a really. This is what I usually do. If it's like just like you're fat and you're gay, I just usually either say something just like eat a dick or something. You know, I say obvious ones, or I just don't say anything because whatever. Not even worth me like saying anything to them and feeding them. But there's times where someone gives me a really long paragraph of just like, you just don't know what you're talking about. You need to shut the fuck up. This movie looks amazing. Blah 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 blah. Most of the time, I just say a quick 2-word response. Shut up. That's my thing. If it's a long diatribe about why blah 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 is blah blah blah, I'm like, shut up. You're not a fucking college professor. Don't fucking critique me like you know me. All right? It's a trailer reaction. I talked over a couple things. I don't like your thing. You know, grow the fuck up. That should be my 2 thing. Those should be my 2 go-to responses. Shut up and grow up. That should be it. Grow up is a good one. Grow up is a good response, because people will get pissed at you if you tell them to grow up. They'll be like, I fucking did grow up. I have a 9-to-5 job. I have 2 kids. and I spend my time commenting on a trailer reaction. Alright, next, thank you KM This question is from Castiel Winchester, I think so. Have you ever watched the best show ever, Doctor Who? I've never watched Doctor Who. I watched like a trailer for Doctor Who once, and it doesn't look like something I'll really enjoy personally. Is this your only job? This isn't even really a job. I get money a month, you know, from just YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that, but it's not a job. I've had a job in the past. It's not like I've never worked before. I've had some shitty jobs too, but I don't work right now, so... Anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed those questions. Those were a little short. Maybe I should go into in-depth. I had a job at Macy's, which was shitty. Terrible. I had a job at Game Crazy, which used to be a game store around here, at least. I'm not sure if it was big anywhere else. It was associated with Hollywood Video. Both of those are gone. And I had a job where I had to... walk door by door. It was pretty much one of those like youth center things. I don't know if you guys out there have them, where you just go door by door with a big giant freaking like Tupperware of candies, and you say, "Hey, you need to support us because we're kids and you need to buy our candy." Pretty much that was pretty much everything I had to say every time I go door by door. It's one of those youth center things where you sell a $7 thing of candy, you get like a $1.50 commission or whatever like that. It was the worst, and I would get tips sometimes. And I'll tell you right here, you're not supposed to keep the tips. You're supposed to give it to whoever is driving you around and dropping you off in neighborhoods and stuff. And I would always keep the tips. I put them in my sock. You know why? Because every time I go to a rich neighborhood, I would get a $50 tip, or one time I got a $100 tip. Rich neighborhoods, they're like, "Hey man, I don't want any candy, but here's $100. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm putting that in my sock. Fuck this place. I don't give a shit. It's my money. I did the work. I ran around and said all this shit. He didn't even buy a candy. He only gave it to me because I was cool. Alright, I showed up with my sunglasses and my gold chain. I was like, "Yo, what's up, motherfucker?" And he gave me $100. So you know what? That's mine. I worked for it. Fuck you. So anyway, there you go. Alright, this one's from Brian Miller. Isn't that the character from Taken? No, that's Brian Mills. Whatever. I don't know why I know that. Brian Miller says, "How old were you when you realized that you were a homo?" Young. When did you realize that you are not funny? Fucker, I'll beat you up. I'm gonna kill you right. Alright, so next question is from Junior 3, which I think I've seen him quite a few times. What do you do for work that you have all the free time and money for games and Blu-rays? I've already explained that. I don't have a job. I just save up a lot throughout the year or whatever. I save up for whenever I want to get something. I'm not gonna lie, my parents help me here and there. You know, they don't buy everything. Definitely not. I buy most of my stuff from just saving up money. So I'm not gonna sit here and go like, "They don't buy me a thing." Obviously that's not true, because Christmas I get shit tons of stuff. But yeah, most of the time it's me, and my parents would agree too. Most of the time it's me that buys the stuff. Anyway, next question. Alright, so next one is from Death Adder Classics. What is your favorite looking console, purely based on the exterior design? That's a good question. You know what, I always like consoles that are small and like simple, that have like simple shapes. So like stuff like the PS3 and I don't know, even the PS4 and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of those designs because they have like a smooth surface, or they have like the jutting out angles and stuff like the PS4 one. And I don't know. I like a nice simple design. Probably my favorite design ever is probably the GameCube. You know why? Because when I was a kid, I brought that everywhere I went. Like I went to friends' houses and stuff. I even brought it to school a couple times. And you know what made that so awesome? They had a handle on the back, so I just wrap the cords up, put those in my bag. I wouldn't even put the GameCube in my bag. I'll just carry that shit like it was a lunchbox. Be like, I have the coolest lunchbox ever. It doesn't have food in it, but guess what it does have? Smash! Let's do it. And yeah, that's probably my favorite design, just because it had the handle and it was small. It was one of the smallest consoles back then, especially when you compare it to the Xbox. I couldn't bring that shit anywhere. Shit, if I wanted to lift that, I had to first get ripped, and then I could lift it. But yeah, that's probably just my favorite design. If you're just talking like the way it looks, like, oh, that's a cool design, that's exactly what you're saying. So I don't even know why I'm asking that. But just straight up, like, if it looks cool, I really like the slim design of both the PS3 and the 360. But again, I like simple old shapes too. But I do like the look of those systems. I also really like the look of like a Dreamcast or something, which has a very similar like GameCube look to it. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed those answers. I enjoyed your question. Oh my god. Okay. This one is going to be an easy one. Tate Burkes asks, where's the room tour? It's coming. I swear to you it's coming. It is coming. It is coming. It's 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 coming. I swear it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, next question. It's coming. Sierra Eire asks, so, okay. Number 1, what's your favorite game? Number 2, what's your favorite movie? He did this to troll me because in the video I said, don't ask me what's my favorite game and what's my favorite movie because I'm going to get pissed. You know what? I'm going to hear me. My favorite game, E.T. on Atari. What's my favorite movie? Ballistic X vs. Ever. How you like that? I didn't answer him correctly, huh? How you like that? Okay? I'm joking, of course. Those aren't my favorite game movies. They're my second favorite ones. Okay? Of each. Okay, my favorite game ever is, of course, No Man's Sky. Everybody loves that game. It's so good. My favorite movie, of course, is Casablanca. No, Manos, the Hands of Fate. I love that movie. It's so good. Masterful work. Huh? Pick any Ed Wood movie. I love that. Those are my favorite movies, too. Huh? I love those movies. Huh? Huh? Stop asking me what's my favorite blah, blah, blah. I know he's doing it as a joke. Funny. Funny. I don't have a favorite game or movie. I really don't. It changes all the time. If I could tell you one of my favorites, I guess I'll do that. One of my favorites game. One of my favorites is Halo 2. One of my favorite movies is Goodfellas. There you go. So anyway, next question. All right, this one's from Open Alpha number 1, which hopefully he's not buggy. This is the first question. Who is your favorite YouTuber aside from Gore the Movie God, of course? Okay, Gore Plays. That's my favorite YouTuber. No, I'm just kidding. That's my other account I don't really use anymore. My favorite YouTuber, probably Red Letter Media. I love Red Letter Media. I watch their videos all the time, and I watch them over and over again, too. Besides that, I would say maybe AVGN, I've said already. That's the obvious one. I really love JonTron. Like, you know, some people deserve the millions of subscribers they get, and JonTron is one of them. I think he's hilarious. So my favorite one is Red Letter Media, though. Number 2, if you were stuck in an island and had to pick between O.J. Simpson or Ann Coulter to survive, who would you choose and why? Ann Coulter, she seems like if I had to like murder her and eat her, then she'd be easier to do. I'm thinking just like survival. Like if I had to survive, because you know, I'm not going to survive with either of them, really. I will survive with one of them dying and me being nourished by their meat. OJ probably has more meat on him. And also, he probably has more muscle, which is what you want to eat more than the fat. But Ann Coulter, I don't know. I want to eat her. That's very easy. I want to eat Ann Coulter, racist piece of shit ass. So there you go. Hope you enjoy it. There you go. That's my answer. Open Alpha. Next question. Alright, next one is from CRP Writes Movie. I can't see the full title. Movie Reviews, I'm assuming. What software do you use to edit your videos, especially your trailer reactions? And his second question, what kind of camera do you use to film also? What software do I use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro, I think. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro. I forget the title sometimes. I just click on the icon. Most of the time I don't really give a shit what it's called. But Adobe Premiere Pro is what I use for my like videos and stuff. What I use for my trailer reactions is OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio software. Just search up OBS. It's a free program. It's great. I really highly recommend it, especially for trailer reactions. What kind of camera do you use to film also? A Canon... Look up Canon 60 frame per second. Oh, wait, actually, I think it says it right on. Canon HD... No, wait, hold on. You know, I'll just look real quick. Canon HD CMOS. CMOS. I bought it, like, early last year or 2015. I don't even remember. I think it was 2015. It's a great camera. It has 60 frames per second. As long as I don't put it... See, this is what sucks. Like, this video is not going to be 60 frames per second. It'll just be 720p because I have to put it in my Adobe Premiere Pro. But if I just used this raw footage and put it right up on YouTube, it would be 60 frames per second. And it's a great looking, like, quality camera. I highly recommend this one. It was pretty cheap. It was only $200. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed those answers. I hope that actually helped you too, because OBS is a great program for trailer reactions. You just open it, and my camera's ready. I need to get a new webcam, but my webcam's ready. Let's go. So anyway, there you go. Next question. Oh boy. Okay. Next is a question from Tracer is my waifu. He or she asks, what kind of fleshlight do you own? The one that does the job. Next question. Alright, so this is from another question from Sierra Eire, which he already asked me a question before. I think he asked me two, but I think that was a joke question. That was the what's your favorite game and movie? This is a real question. What do you think of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered? Okay, Infinite Warfare, actually, it's good that you asked me this now, because I actually just started the campaign for Infinite Warfare, and I actually really like it so far. It's very fat-paced, yeah. Fat-paced. It's very fast-paced and really, really exciting and visually amazing. I'm playing on my 4K TV. It's not actually 4K, but the TV is 4K, but the game isn't 4K. It's just upscaled to 4K, and it looks great. It really does. It's probably the best looking Call of Duty game I've ever played ever. And it looks amazing. Modern Warfare Remastered, I only played the multiplayer of that, but I played the campaign before. It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, it's a good bundle. If you can get it for like 30, 40 bucks. I just got it recently for 30 bucks. I had like a $15 gift card though. It was like on sale at Best Buy for like 48 or something. So I got it for like around 30 something dollars. If you can get it for 30 or 40 bucks, it's a great deal. But if you had to pay the $80 when it first came out, that really sucks. Also on Xbox One, you don't actually have to redeem a code for Modern Warfare Remastered. On PS4, when you get it, the Legacy Edition, you actually have to redeem a code for Modern Warfare Remastered, and then it'll give you access to that game. On Xbox One, it doesn't do that. You don't need to redeem a code, you can just play the game. At least I'm pretty sure, because I haven't redeemed the code yet. And I'm downloading Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered right now, so I'm assuming I can play it, unless there is a code I didn't realize that I have to like put it in and then to get access to it or whatever. I'm not really completely sure, but so there you go. Yeah, that's my opinions on those games. Alright, we're down to like only a few more questions. Luckily, my voice is getting a little weak. Alright, this one's from Sigma Chicken 09. Of course, I know this guy. He's on a lot of my streams and stuff. Hey Gore, what's up, man? Number one, what is your best and worst amusement park experience? Oh, that's easy. My best one is when I went to Orlando, Florida for Universal Studios back in like 2009, I think. And that was a really fun experience. My favorite experience there, though, was the Twister. They had a Twister ride there where you just walk down pretty much a hallway and you look to your left and they're showing a bunch of cool stuff that's Twister related, if you've ever seen that movie. And there was one part where they actually had a actual fire tornado, and it's really cool. It's actually real fire. I don't know how that thing never caused any problems, which I'm sure it has, but it was like a real, like pretty much like 5 feet away from us, there was a giant fire tornado in our faces, and it was really cool. That's probably one of my favorite experiences. Worst amusement park experience, I went to Hershey Park for a friend's birthday, a cousin's birthday party, and I didn't really want to go because I knew immediately I'm too fucking big for these rides, because most of them are for kids and skinny people. And I went there, and guess what? Couldn't get on any of the rides. Didn't matter anyway. I didn't want to fucking go, but that was probably one of the worst experiences. I didn't pay, but my family paid for me to go in. I was just like, I don't want to fucking go. I had to go because they guilted me into going because it was my cousin's birthday or whatever, and they were going. So, fuck. I went, and of course I'm not gonna go. Oh, I don't want to go to an amusement park. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go, even though I know I won't be able to fit in any of them. And it was still a decent time for the most part, but that was definitely the worst experience. Number two, if you could give a Stone Cold Stunner to either Trey Parker or Darkside Phil, who would you and why? Why would I ever give a Stone Cold Stunner to Trey Parker? The fuck did he do? I love Trey Parker. I would if Darkside Phil walked through those doors and did one of his dumb gay jokes or whatever, I would totally stone cold stunner him right here. Actually, I'd probably beat the shit out of him because I don't know why the fuck he's in my house. And I have every right to beat the shit out of him at that point. I have the right to kill him if I want to because he's trespassing. But, not saying I would. I have the right. I can, but I wouldn't. I'd just beat him up. And I believe I could because Darkseid Phil looks like one of those guys that talks shit. But then when he has to fight, he's like, yeah, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Which, I don't want to fight either. Why would the fuck would I want to fight, okay? Yeah, I want to fight. I want to get hurt a little bit. Hell yeah, I love getting punched. That's my favorite thing. But I would totally give Darkseid Phil a stone cold stunner. And then you know what? I get 2 beers. I'd be like, wait, hold on. Let me I'd be like this. Wait, let me get an unfull one. Be like, I do that, but I'm not gonna do it because there's still some in each can. And then actually before I stunner him, I'd be like, I'd open one. I'd be like, I offer him it, and then he drinks it. I go, bam, and then he spits it all out just like everybody does during wrestling. And when Stone Cold obviously is about to stun your ass after giving you a beer, that's what I do. He also said something else. He said, please lag out, thanks. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what that means. I do know what that means, but no one else does. So I'm going to pretend that I don't know what that means, even though I do. So, anyway, next question. Alright, so now I am answering questions from my computer because I can't find the other questions on my phone because they're on a different video. If that makes any sense. It doesn't. Don't worry about it. Anyway, next question is from Shadowsega V2. What is the worst movie of 2016? I am going to be doing a top 10 worst movies pretty soon. Before I do my top 10 or top 20 best movies, I will be doing that. So I do not want to spoil it, but I will say I have reviewed this movie. So I didn't review too many movies. So I have reviewed this movie. At least right now, this is my worst movie. I could watch something that's worse, but I did review this movie. So that's a hint, okay? So look at all the movies I reviewed. I have a playlist and stuff. I only reviewed like 30, 40 movies. And it's a movie that came out 2016. So if it's a movie that didn't actually come out in 2016, then of course I didn't actually review it. I mean, actually, I didn't actually put it in my top 10. But it is one of them, so I don't want to spoil it. So anyway, there you go. Alright, next question is from DJ Kamen. Hey Gor, I'm a big fan of all your content. I have 2 questions for you in the form of one, so here it is. If you could choose to be any animal, what would you be, and what's the reason why you would want to be that animal? I thought that this would be a pretty fun question to hear from you. Keep up the awesome content, man, and don't listen to all the haters. You are doing great. Also, love your personality too. Never lose it, man. Thanks. I won't. Unless like something serious happens where I'm just like moody for the, like if something happens like in Zero Time Dilemma where Junpei's just like a bitch for like out of nowhere, like an emo bitch, then I think I'll be fine. But anyway, for people that haven't played Zero Time Dilemma, they're like, what the hell is he talking about? What animal would I be, and what's the reason why I'd be that animal? I would be a frog, and I would be on a unicycle, because that's a meme. Everybody loves memes. No, I wouldn't be that. Fuck that. What animal would I be? You know what? I would love to be a dog. I would. Because dogs, if I could be a dog and be like the world's smartest dog, like a dog that wouldn't run out in the middle of a street and get hit by a car, or eat shit, or fuck men, or whatever, which is fine if you have a gay dog, that's okay. I'm not saying that, but they're confused. That's why they do it. They're just like, whatever, I don't care. I would be a smart dog. A smart dog. Because I love dogs. That's the reason why. And also, I want to be the world's smartest dog. I want to be a dog that I can't talk, obviously, because I'll be a dog. But I would still be me. I wouldn't be able to talk, but I'd be me. So I'll be like, I'll be in the movie theater. I don't know why a dog's there, but I'll sneak in. And I'll be like the one that, I don't know, like tries to laugh whenever there's like a funny thing in there, and I'll be like, that dog's laughing at this movie. Well, that's fucking cool. I'll be like, yeah, man, isn't Dirty Grandpa funny? Dirty Grandpa's hilarious. I'll be that dog. I'll be the smartest dog. I'll be like, I know what's funny. I know what's not funny. Dirty Grandpa's hilarious. La La Land's a piece of shit. La La Land's a terrible movie. I'll be the smartest dog. So anyway, there you go. That's what it would be. That's a stupid answer. That's a fucking dumb answer. But you know what? That's my answer, baby. And thank you for being a fan. Thank you for the question. Next question is from Mr. J. What happened to your room tour? Oh, you guys really want that room tour. It's coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming, alright? It's definitely coming. It's gonna come. I swear to you, it's coming. I swear. I swear. Alright, so third to last question. And this one is from Prand Common Rider 002. I don't know if that's PR and Common Rider. Prand Common Rider, PRAND, I don't know. If you could go to one country, what country and why? And also if Nintendo and PlayStation got into a fight, who would win and why? If there's one country I would want to go to, I would really like to go to the Great Britain. Oh, UK. I'd love to go there. I actually would. I don't want to go to Australia. Definitely not. Definitely not. I don't want to fight a giant spider. I don't want to have to relive the movie Eight-Legged Freaks. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, because that place has giant spiders. I'll never go there. But I would like to go to UK. I know a couple people from the UK. But even that, I would just like to go there. I don't know. Seems like it'd be good. Maybe Italy. I would like to go to Italy too. I have to make sure I'm not saying like continents and country or whatever. If Nintendo and PlayStation got into a fight, who would win and why? Wow, I think PlayStation at this point. Like if you think, all right, when you say fight, do you mean like like that scene in Dark Knight when when the Joker has to recruit more guys and he just like breaks a pool cue and throws it in there and tells them to make it fast, and you don't see it, but I'm assuming one of them kills everybody else. You mean like that where they have to fight, like it's they're forced to fight, or is it like a I don't know, like a brand battle? You know, like, oh, our stuff is better than this one. This one's better than that. If you're thinking that, then I would probably say Nintendo. Like, just brand-wise, Nintendo has a better brand. Because when you ask kids, hey, kid, who's Mario? They're like, Mario's the plumber, he jumps around. You ask a kid, hey, who's Nathan Drake? They'd be like, not all kids. Some kids know who Nathan Drake is. But, you know, if you ask them, who's Sackboy? They'd be like, who's blah 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 from the blah blah? And they'll be like, who's Yoshi? You jumped on the back of him. Alright, who's Link? Most of them would probably know what Link is, I think. Who's Zelda? They probably think Zelda's the guy, because they're fucking stupid. But anyway, I think Nintendo will win when it comes to brand, but if they actually like had like a battle royale fight, I don't know. I don't know. Kaz Hirai versus Shigeru Miyamoto. I don't know. They'd probably just kill each other. Just stab, and they both die in their arms. You know, like it'd be like Ultimate Showdown or Ultimate Destiny. Everybody dies at the end. Even though Mr. Rogers won, he'd kill himself. I'm now referencing old ass videos. By the way, there you go. That's my answer. Second to last question. Anyway, this one is from this one's from Kristen Stewart. I got a celebrity endorsement. If you could replay a story in a game with no memory of it, what would it be? Oh, that's so easy. Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Easily, because that game, it was perfect. It was like the perfect time for that game to come out, because that came out right before, if anybody remembers this, Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Sandy hit New York real hard, and I didn't have electricity for like 2 weeks. And sadly, that means I also didn't have a charge on my PS Vita, but luckily I had a aunt, whichever way you say it, that had electricity, so I always went there and recharged my PS Vita and my 3DS and stuff, and my DS. So I constantly had my 3DS and my PS Vita and stuff, and Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward came out the perfect time. It was like a couple days before my electricity went out for like almost 2 weeks, and I played through that entire thing just in the dark, just playing it, just really enveloped in it, and the story just built up to a point where I'm just like, I couldn't guess what was happening, and there was certain reveals and stuff. Zero Escape, Virtue, I keep saying Zero Time Dilemma, Virtue's Last Reward is probably my favorite game story of all time. I love that story. Besides that, maybe like Red Dead Redemption. I mentioned earlier why Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games of all time, and the story is a big reason why, so Red Dead Redemption would probably be up there too. But Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward, totally. Especially since I love 999 and I was already excited for this. Totally. Totally. And you know what? I'll probably be playing it when the remasters come out for PS4. Will I do a playthrough? I don't know. We'll see. But I wouldn't count on it because those are games that I don't know. I like to experience myself. Even Zero Time Dilemma, I was like, should I do a playthrough? I guess I should. And I did it. I was like, oh, everybody liked it for the most part. So there you go. That's my answer. And that was a really good question, actually. So there you go. Thank you, Kristen Stewart. I hope your next movie doesn't suck. Cut. Drum roll, please. The final question of this video that's gone on for 5 hours already is from, oh God, I can't even, Sephagorath Senpai. What was your most hated video game of 2016? We're going to end it off with a negative. I did a top 10 worst games of 2016, so if you want to hear me go in depth on this game, then go ahead. My most hated video game of 2016 was easily the Ghostbusters video game that came out. Watch my top 10 because I go in depth why I hated it. But and watch my review. I actually reviewed that one. That was like the only game I reviewed this year or last year. I fucking hated that game. I couldn't stand it. It was one of the most boring, repetitive, frustrating, just dull games that I've ever played in my life. I seriously, I'm not fucking kidding. I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch glue dry. I'd rather watch anything dry. I'd rather watch, I don't know, blood dry on the wall after I beat my shit in constantly because I was so bored with this game and I was actually slowly dying. I had to remind myself, like, life is worth living. I might as well give myself some pain so at least I can focus on that more than this fucking game. I hated it. I hate the Ghostbusters game so much. And anybody that likes it, I'm sorry. I know a couple people that are like, it's a fun little shooter game. Fuck off. Are you kidding me? What? $50 for a fucking torture device? I might as well just buy myself a fucking bear trap, put it on the ground, and just jam my leg into it. Because it's a fucking same thing. I'm torturing myself. Might as well just leave it there. Hopefully it hit an artery and I just bleed out. So I'm done with life. I don't need to play fucking games like this ever again. That and Soda Drinker Pro. Soda Drinker Pro was like, I think, my number 2. And that game, oh, it's not even really a game. It was a joke that they decided to put a price tag on, and it wasn't a funny fucking joke. I hated that joke. It was a stupid fucking joke. Whoever made that joke can go suck a dick. It got popular-ish, too, so it probably made a little bit of money, which pisses me off that I actually did. Luckily, I got a review code, or not even a review code. I think someone on Twitter gave me the code. So anyway, there you go. Ending this answer portion to the Q&A off with a bang. So hopefully next time I do one of these, it won't take like 3 weeks until I finally do it. But hopefully it will also take over an hour to do it too. Because wow, this video is long. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And until next time, I fully love you guys. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Fully love you. It doesn't make any sense. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Until next time, goodbye.